Alright, K was having a great week of hoops because the Rockets went back to back against his former teams, so I know he was feeling good. But then the Wolves spoiled all that winning, and the Rockets' loss had nothing to do with the offensive end. They exploited their advantages the way they were supposed to, especially in the paint, because the Wolves were without any rim protection, so anytime they got downhill or brought the Wolves' bigs into their screening actions, the paint was basically an open ocean for them, and that led to them putting up an absolutely ridiculous 86 points in there. I don't think I've ever seen that, and if the free throws are included from them getting fouled, that's damn near 100 points alone. So I can understand why they only took 19 threes on the night, because every time they touched paint, they were getting laser dunks. There was just no reason for them to ever spray on their paint touches, and most of their points were coming from a man, because anytime he pushed a rock or ran the floor in transition, he was getting an easy run out. Then in the half court, he was getting drop-offs whenever one of their stars were drawing two, so he was getting easy ones off cuts or flashes in the paint, and whenever he was handling the rock, he was just as aggressive, because unsurprisingly, the Wolves were gapping him or going under his ball screens. But surprisingly, they weren't just showing him his usual coverage, because I saw Chenzo picking him up a lot of the times, and I even saw an instance where Conley tried hard denying him the rock, so they were trying to mix it up. The only issue was neither of those coverages were working, and even worse was their game plan against the Rockets' stars not working either, because them deciding to stay at home led to both of them frying, especially K, so both of them got theirs too. They were basically trusting Jaden to man up, and as great as he is, it's hard for any defender to be put in that position, because it's damn near impossible to stop a great scorer operating in space. So on K's ones, K just had to get to his spots, then in his screening actions, he just had to exploit the space against the drop. I wouldn't even say Jaden was playing bad defense, because he was there on a lot of K's shots, and even forced K into tough ones in the mid-range, so more times than not, it was just a matter of good D, better O. Then as for Şengün, he was just providing the hub for the Rockets' screening actions, so he was playing in the pocket or on the roll, and whenever he had opportunities to play ones, he was putting Berenger or Slow-Mo under the rim, because neither of them could stop him from getting downhill. Between the three, they combined for 72 of the Rockets' 86 paint points, and scoring 132 in total should have been enough for the Rockets to win the game, but on the other end, they gave up 136, because they struggled to contain the Rock just as much as the Wolves. That was their main issue on the night, and if anything, they were arguably even worse, because they were giving up threes, not just twos, so they lost the math game. In transition, the Wolves were able to catch them not being matched up a lot, so they were either attacking quick or getting a cross match to attack. Then in the half court, they were even exploiting the Rockets' bigs dropping in their screening actions, and as expected, the Rockets were only having their bigs show against Ant, because they obviously didn't want him to turn the corner clean. I think that's why he was playing in the post more, instead of getting his usual amount of ball screens, especially in the first half, and it took until the third before he started looking to get aggressive, because the Rockets decided to go small with their second unit, so whenever Şengün was off the floor, he could just exploit them reading 1 through 5. That led to him hunting mismatches, and he was able to put together his own stretch in the third, but throughout the night, damn near all of the Wolves had their own, because they were all aggressive, so they weren't relying on him to create for them. The way the others were exploiting the drop in the first half was the main reason for the Rockets even deciding to go small in the second half, and the main reason for that was because of their bigs as the hub for their screening actions, especially Slow-Mo, so he was responsible for a lot of their flow. Whenever he was up top, he was swinging the rock, he was keeping, he was playing in the pocket or on the roll, and more importantly, he was playing that two-man game with Chenzo in the fourth, because those DHOs were a big reason for them eventually taking clear control of the game. Chenzo running up 8 straight to start the quarter created the momentum shift they needed, so they just built on that. And another reason for their quarter was Terrence's play, because he continued scoring the same way he started the night. If anything, he was probably responsible for the Rockets even staying in man, because when the Rockets tried to zone up late in the first, he broke it with a couple treys, so the Rockets just never went to it again, and that's really what allowed them to continue attacking the Rockets off the dribble, or exploiting the drop in their screening actions. Ayo was a beneficiary of man, because he was always exploiting either one of those advantages, and even Jaden had his own stretch attacking Bari in the third, so there was an even distribution of points by the end of the night. 7 players finished in double digits, and I didn't expect them to put on one of their most cohesive team performances, especially with a couple games left in the regular, because they were without their main bigs, but maybe that was the difference. Just watch the tape.